Welcome back to This Day in Scottish History. I'm your host, Colin MacDonald, and today we turn our attention to one of Scotland's most enduring and enigmatic figures. On this day, December 28th, 1734, Rob Roy MacGregor, the infamous outlaw, cattleman, and folk hero, passed away at his home in Balquhidder Glen. His life, steeped in myth and adventure, has come to symbolise resilience, defiance, and the indomitable spirit of the Scottish Highlands. Rob Roy was born in 1671 in Glengyle, near the shores of Loch Katrina, during a time of upheaval and uncertainty in Scotland. His family belonged to the Clan Gregor, a proud and ancient lineage that had been outlawed by the Crown in 1603. Following a series of clan disputes, their lands were seized, their name forbidden, and their members scattered. The MacGregors were forced to adopt other surnames to survive, though they carried their heritage in their hearts. Rob was no different, and his upbringing was marked by both hardship and pride. He grew into a charismatic and resourceful young man, known for his fiery red hair, which earned him the nickname Rob Roy, derived from the Gaelic Raebart Ruad, meaning Red Robert. As a young adult, he gained prominence as a cattle drover, a respected trade in the Highlands, where cattle were a vital source of wealth and sustenance. Rob established himself as a shrewd businessman, known for his fairness and reliability, earning the trust of both clan leaders and lowland merchants. For a time, it seemed his fortunes were set, but fate had other plans. In 1712, Rob Roy's life took a dramatic turn. Acting as a middleman in a significant cattle investment for the Duke of Montrose, Rob found himself accused of embezzlement when the funds vanished. Whether he was a victim of circumstance or a clever schemer remains a matter of debate, but the consequences were clear. Rob was declared an outlaw, his land seized, and his name blackened in the eyes of the powerful Montrose. Forced to flee, Rob Roy took to the hills, beginning a chapter of his life that would cement his legend. As a fugitive, Rob Roy became an expert in guerrilla tactics, evading capture and turning the art of cattle rustling into a defiant stand against Montrose and other powerful lowland lairds. His exploits became the stuff of Highland lore, with tales of daring escapes, clever deceptions, and acts of Robin Hood-like generosity spreading across Scotland. To the Highlanders, Rob Roy was a hero, a man standing up to oppression and injustice in an age when the rights of the common folk were often trampled underfoot. To his enemies, he was a nuisance at best, a criminal at worst. Rob Roy's life was also deeply intertwined with the Jacobite cause, the movement to restore the exiled Stuart monarchy to the thrones of Scotland and England. Though he did not actively fight in the Jacobite rising of 1715, he supported the cause in his way, offering intelligence and logistical help. His involvement made him a target for government forces and added to his mystique as a defender of Highland traditions. The failure of the Jacobite cause led to harsher measures against the Highlands, but Rob Roy managed to negotiate a pardon in 1727, allowing him to spend his final years in relative peace. By the time Rob Roy retired to Balquhidder Glen, his legend had already begun to outgrow the man. Stories of his exploits were retold in taverns and marketplaces, blending fact and fiction into a rich tapestry of folklore. The glen itself, a tranquil and beautiful valley in the heart of the Highlands, seemed a fitting place for a man who had lived so passionately and chaotically. It was here, surrounded by family and the land he loved, that Rob Roy passed away on December 28th, 1734, at the age of 63. His death was marked by a simple yet powerful moment. According to legend, As he lay on his deathbed, Rob was asked whether he wished to make peace with his enemies. His reply, "Let them come as they will, I'll fight them still," encapsulated the fiery spirit of the man who had defied the odds his entire life. Rob Roy MacGregor's legacy is as complex as the times in which he lived. Was he a noble hero or a self-serving rogue? The truth likely lies somewhere in between. He was a man shaped by his circumstances, navigating a world of shifting loyalties, clan politics, and economic hardship with cunning, courage, and a fair share of audacity. His story resonates because it captures the essence of the Highland struggle during one of Scotland's most tumultuous periods. Over the centuries, Rob Roy's legend has been kept alive through literature, film, and oral tradition. Sir Walter Scott's 1817 novel, Rob Roy, brought his story to an international audience, painting him as a romantic hero fighting for justice and honour. The image stuck, and today his grave in Balquhidder Glen remains a pilgrimage site for those inspired by his life. The simple headstone, inscribed with his name and clan motto, MacGregor despite them, stands as a testament to a man who refused to bow to oppression. As we remember Rob Roy MacGregor on the anniversary of his death, we honour not only his life but also the enduring spirit of the Highlands that he represents. His story is one of survival, defiance, and resilience, a reflection of the rugged landscape that he called home. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history. I'm Colin MacDonald, and this has been This Day in Scottish History. Tune in tomorrow for another tale from Scotland's remarkable past. Until then, haste ye back.